the time of month where we check in with the Mary Sue. I am Mecca. It's been a while since I've gotten to rail on them. Do I have a writing crop handy? Perchance, perhaps? Maybe. Well, you know what? If I need one, I can get one. We can snap one and will one into existence. Or just turn any old prop into one. The Mary Crapping Sue is talking about Ghostbusters. Why do you need to talk about Ghostbusters? You guys don't understand things, and you're just Ree because Tribe says Ree. Really? Better. Let's unpack this sexist box office narrative around Ghostbusters Afterlife. Shut up. Ow! Just shut the hell up. It's not. It stars a little girl, a 12-year-old girl. Are you guys dumb or just programmed to be recite back bot thinking things? They're not even thinking things, are they? Who wrote this? Chelsea Steiner, of course. Chelsea Steiner. From the Mary Crappings. Answer the call, made more money than Answer Afterlife, but was still deemed a flop. Gee, I wonder why. Because it was awful. Because it was awful and terrible and horrible. And it didn't like the Ghostbusters franchise. You know what it did? It took a giant steaming queef on top of the face of Ghostbusters. Against our will, mind you. You know what? If you like that, and we're not kink shaming, but what we are doing is saying, hey, don't do it without your permission, okay? I don't want to smell it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to visualize or speculate what orifice or what crevice or what hole sand crawled into or out of. You got it? You got it? So don't take a giant dump on my Ghostbusters. If you're a Ghostbusters movie, and that's what this one didn't do. That's why that one was a flop. Chelsea Steiner. Okay? Alright. Now, this weekend, Jason Reitman's Ghostbusters Afterlife hit theaters, claiming the top spot at the box office with a $44 million domestic debut. It's a solid opening weekend given the pandemic of it all. Will likely earn more money this coming holiday weekend, and despite a less than enthusiastic 62% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, fans are loving the follow-up film, giving it a 96% audience score. Yeah. We don't trust, right? We just laugh at it. We laugh at it when it's convenient for, my point, and we ignore it when it we know that because I'm an opportunist and a grifter or something. Is that what people say? Whatever. Sometimes you just like to laugh at the world and watch it as it just rees and screams at each other from both sides while you're like, oh, hey, there's the guy pulling the strings from both of you. That's cute. That's cute. I'm one of those people watching the guy pulling the strings. That's why I still like Afterlife, I guess. That's not related to liking Afterlife, is it? But I ran out of segues. I saw Afterlife Thursday night, and as a lifelong Ghostbusters fan, I had a blast. The movie was funny, heartfelt, and delivered on all the warm, fuzzy nostalgia fans want for the series. But I can't help but be frustrated how different the Afterlife narrative is that from 2016's woman that answered the call. Because I didn't need a fucking feminist message in a Ghostbusters movie, Chelsea, alright? You're right, you got it. I didn't need it. I didn't ever think that I couldn't be a Ghostbuster if I was a woman. I never felt like that. Because if I knew what psychokinetic energy was, I felt like I could probably follow, and nerdy guys would be able to just communicate. Kind of like how Paul Rudd communicates to Phoebe in this. They can just understand each other. Which is good. That's exactly how I would see myself in that situation, alright? Answer the call was inundated with bad press and toxic fandom that started during the film's production. Once fans learned that the film would center on 4 women Ghostbusters. No, actually it was once fans saw the trailer and saw the fact that they were kind of blaming you for not liking how bad the trailer looked because it looked unfunny to most people with, senses of humor. Yeah, that's really why we didn't like it. Not because sexism, because guess what? That doesn't work for me. I am a woman. Have been my whole life. Not anti people who are just now coming to the gender. Welcome. You're welcome here. Whatever. Just don't be mad at me if I accidentally misgender you, because I will. Because I am one of those people who
smoke weed every day.
I can't remember anything ever. And I don't mean anything intentional, and I think we're adult enough here to understand that. I'm going on tangents. Just forgive me here. They made up a bunch of BS and garbage, and they blamed a political affiliation for people like me who didn't even follow or understand or care. And I guess I probably still don't that much. And they decided to blame isms and Rees and phobias, which is just BS. Why do we care what gender? No, we care that it just took a giant dump on Ghostbusters. You threw people out windows, for crying out loud. Thanks to the relentless negative press, Answer the Call was deemed dead on arrival despite earning $46 million in its top opening weekend. Well, guess what? After the Call, 60. I mean, it's global, but I mean, if we're splitting hairs, I can pull up a higher number and say neener, nana, boo-boo, stick your head in doo-doo. How about that? But, we're not splitting hairs now, are we? Yes, we are a little bit. The angry men of the internet mobilizing to tank the film from downloading trailers on YouTube to flooding Rotten Tomatoes with bad reviews. And you guys flood Ghostbusters Afterlife with bad reviews too. Don't pretend like you don't. And you flood bad shit like She-Ra with fake good reviews. For crying out loud, we busted Rotten Tomatoes and Disney and all these places time and time again for having marketing firms and bot farms and professional chatterers who create a whole bunch of bots to create fake comments on these things. We see it all the damn time, from fake positives to fake negatives. Okay, anytime you talk bad about some actress or actor or something, say something about Pedro Pascal. Get flooded with everything because he's all political affiliated now. And he's protected by the you-know-whos, those people now. And we know it. And if people are going to ban me for saying so, they're going to ban me for crapping saying so. So they're still whining and complaining. Ghostbusters headed for $70 million plus loss, sequel unlikely, despite Sony saying nothing about a sequel. Oh yeah, they're mad at the headlines. The headlines actually supported it, okay? So quit crying. Because we have just as many people saying bad things and positive things about Afterlife. Alright? So these are just things where your tribe is showing, alright? Can we say that? Your tribalism showing when you dislike something like Ghostbusters just because tribe says read, despite the fact that it has a 12-year-old girl as the lead. Do we need to read any more of this? There is something strange in the neighborhood, and surprise, surprise, it's sexism. Oh, bite my sexism, Chelsea Steiner. From the online hate campaign in the male-dominated world of entertainment journalism, it seems that all men at large unalterated. Oh, fuck off. I don't want to read it because I can't read the word that she's saying. Unilaterally decided that Answer the Call would be a flop and that the narrative stuck. Fueling this narrative was the respective budget of the films. Answer the Call had a hefty $144 million produced and earned $229 million worldwide. In contrast, unlikely due to Answer the Call's profit margin, Afterlife was made for a more modest $75 million budget, which is easier to recoup. Yeah, it's also behind, under the reins, behind the wheel. Behind the wheel, you have an indie director who is used to smaller budgets and more intimate, small, family-setting films. You don't have just some comedy idiot that you're going to throw a bunch of money at. We don't have the kind of economy where you can do those sort of things, too. And the Ruin My Childhood discourse continued until I announced Jason Reitman, son of Ghostbuster director Ivan Reitman, would be picking up the reins of Afterlife. Oh, shut up. So she's just bitter. Wow, how much does she bitch on this? How much does she go on and on? Raised in New Orleans. And then probably moved to New York to complain about how it's not diverse enough or something. I don't know. So this is my life, making fun of the Mary Sue. If you like what I do for a living, throw me a super chat or a super thanks or a subscribe or a follow or a Streamlabs. I stream everywhere. I am Mecca. I'm going back to my live chat. The Mary Sue? Bye my sexism. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!